I spent 4 years in art school, got good grades, and graduated in honors. Developed somewhat of a good portfolio, put in the hours, did the grind, did the student films, and I still don't have an animation job. So, was art school worth it? Short answer, it depends. Long answer, yeah, it's a little more complicated than that. Art school can give you a lot: skills, experience, connections, and also debt, burnout, and a mild identity crisis. For me, I think it was worth it. But for you, that depends on who you are, how much money you have, and whether you're actually going to lock in. But first, who am I? Hi, I'm Pugs. I'm a Filipino animator and illustrator. I make videos about my art journey. I graduated from SCAD as an animation major, met a lot of amazing artists, learned from professors who worked on shows I grew up watching, and I was an international student, which means I left my country, the Philippines, to study in the US, hoping that I could one day enter the animation industry and work on an animated TV show like the ones that inspired me when I was younger to go into art and animation in the first place. I was lucky enough to receive a pretty good scholarship after I got in, and despite international students not being able to take loans, I had my family to support me financially, at least until I could pay them back when I got my industry job. Finished my thesis film alongside with friends and got my art degree. Ready to chase the dreams of working in the animation industry. Working on cool shows, studio life, living the artist dream. So yeah, on paper, I did everything right. But in reality, it's a little more different than I thought. I graduated in 2025, and things did not go how I'd imagined. Instead of stepping into the industry, I stepped into a job market full of layoffs, hiring freezes, studio downsizing, shifting towards outsourcing and AI adaptation, to name a few, and industry professionals who also need a job. So now I'm not just competing with other graduates, I'm competing with people who already work in the industry. So, yeah. Plus, with economic and political tensions, the job market in general has faced a lot of issues, including mass layoffs, slow hiring, and overall hesitance to hire. The animation industry right now is kind of going through it. A lot of my classmates, freelancing, doing commissions, working day jobs. Some went back to school, some switched careers completely, and the people who I know who did get into the big studios, internships, not even full-time. So yeah, times are different now. I mean, we all knew it would be hard, but I didn't think it would be this hard. So with all that, do you even need an art degree? Short answer, no. The art industry does not care about your degree. It cares about your portfolio. So if your work is good, you're good. But if your work is mid, well, good luck. But then again, going to art school does have real advantages. Why should you go to art school? First, being structure. Having a professor teaches you all you need to know about your specific industry. With a planned and organized schedule with clear goals, objectives, consistent routines to learn as efficiently as possible, the structured environment helps you professionally develop and learn. You'll learn the foundations, get taught basic exercises you need to create a portfolio, get a lot of practice, learn your way around the industry and how the pipeline works, and practice skills necessary for your job. Instead of guessing what you learn next, you have a professor telling you, hey, learn this, now do it again, but better. Next is resources. With art school, you have access to lots of technical resources like industry softwares, studios, drawing tablets, and more. This comes with the tuition, but usually art school has Adobe Suite, expensive animation softwares, and drawing tablets and things in the industry. So stuff that's either expensive or confusing, or both. But you have professors and classes to teach you all about it. Next is you get mentorship from professors. They teach you important skills and guide you while you make your professional portfolio. It's also a networking opportunity to be around like-minded artists. Your professors A lot of them actually work in the industry, which means they're not just teaching, they're telling you what the industry is actually like. And your classmates, those are your future connections. One of them might be the person who helps you get your first job later, or at least likes your art Instagram posts consistently. Another pro to getting your art degree is sometimes it's required. For example, if you're an international student like me, then you would be required to have a degree in the job you want to pursue to be able to have a visa sponsored. Employers need to formally validate your artistic and technical skill. You would need credentials and proof other than a good portfolio. You would also need a degree if you want to be a teacher in your field, and probably a master's too. So yeah, sometimes it's not optional. Last pro is you get opportunities and internships. Lots of art internships require you to be a student, and if you want to get into the industry, you need to at least get an internship or some entry-level job. If your college is popular and has good credit, it could potentially help you gain the trust of the client or employers as well. Having a degree generally increases the earning potential and job opportunities of a person. Well, that's what they say. Though it sucks when you graduate and you weren't focused on getting an internship, because now the door is slightly closed more than it was before. And I just wished I applied for more internships when I was in college. Here's the catch. Just because you go to art school does not mean you'll be good. And I saw that a lot. You can take all the classes, but if you're not actually trying to learn, you're not improving. Meanwhile, someone self-taught on YouTube might end up better than you. So yeah, art school only works if you make it work. Now for reasons why you shouldn't go to art school. Let's talk about the other side. Everything you learned in art school, you can learn online for cheaper or even for free. You just have to figure out what to learn in what order and stay consistent, which is harder than it sounds. There are many resources online that are free where you can learn everything about your degree. It still takes time to determine what topics you need to learn, but there are books, online tutorials, classes, videos, and websites that can teach you all about the topics like 3D animation, graphic design, or video editing, and more. That brings us to this video sponsor, Skillshare. Just kidding, I just wish I was sponsored by them. That would be a good transition though. But yes, sites like Skillshare with professionals who are giving their trade secrets and teaching online classes would definitely be a good alternative to going to art school. Although me personally, I found it useful being able to learn animation in class. Things like effects animation and 3D animation makes sense to learn with a professor directly helping you as well, as those softwares can be pretty technical. Another reason why you probably shouldn't go to art school is it's expensive, like really expensive. Like, why does this cost this much expensive? Especially if you're going to a private for-profit school without the scholarships. All of art school's benefits are really great, but if you're going into massive debt for it, I'm gonna be honest, you might want to rethink that. Because the return of investment is not guaranteed at all. At least try to get better scholarships or go to cheaper schools, even if the program of the school is very good, because sometimes the ends don't justify the means. And no job guaranteed. A degree does not equal a job, not even close. So even a good portfolio doesn't guarantee your job. It just gives you a chance, and right now, that chance is competitive. Many art school graduates struggle finding jobs in their field and end up working non-art jobs while struggling with student loans. Like me, for example. It's not enough anymore. Going to art school alone is not enough. You need a strong portfolio, personal projects, internships, experience, networking. You basically need to go above and beyond, and yeah, I'm still working on that too. So, should you go to art school? If you can afford it, or have a good scholarship, are 100% sure about your path, are willing to work hard and use every resource, then yeah, it can be worth it. If you can handle the cons along with the pros and are willing to apply yourself in everything in art school, using all the resources, learning software, reading books in the library, taking extra classes, and getting tutors, are willing to network with students, professors, go to job fairs and portfolio reviews, doing your best in class and treating all your work like you're going to add it to your professional portfolio and demo reel, while also going above and beyond and creating your own personal work or art, and applying to work and internship, paid or unpaid, just to get some experience, then yeah, you should go to art school. Yeah, it's a lot. But if you're unsure, not ready to commit, or go deep into debt, then you might want to reconsider. Because art school isn't magic. It won't carry you, and you have to carry yourself. And don't worry, art school isn't for everybody. Maybe it's not even an art school thing. It could be a career thing. Maybe doing art is more just a hobby for you, and something you don't have to rely on to make a living, and therefore something you won't stress over and eventually lose your love doing because you have been relying on it to have a stable income and everything, putting stress over getting commissions. But yeah, for me, I don't regret going to art school. Yeah, it was expensive. Yeah, the industry's tough right now. But I met my friends, my partner, and had wonderful experience I wouldn't trade for anything. And I grew a lot as a person and as an artist. Do I think art school is a scam? No. Do I think it's overpriced? Yes. As for my final thoughts, I'm not here to scare you, but I just want you to be prepared. Because nobody really tells you how hard it gets. Not just in art, but in any field right now. So if you choose this path, just make sure you're ready for it. Because I'm still in it, still figuring it out. But we'll get there, eventually. Anyways, if you made it this far, you probably liked the video. Or you just had nothing else to watch. Either way, I really appreciate it. If you want to support me, check out my Ko-Fi and commissions and all that good stuff, linked in the description down below. I make videos about my art journey and figuring all this out in real life. So this is Pugs. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bark.